So, since Reddit asked us a month ago to make a short video about the racing sim, and this is it. Because after a lot of procrastination, we finally went ahead and made it. Step 0. Preparation. This is the most important step, because we didn't do it. Please Google. Gather knowledge about the thing you're going to do. In your case, watch the whole video before starting the build. Then gather all the stuff you need. The wood, tools, wheel, etc. Then print out or make your own schematics. You'll need them later. 2 more tips. First, don't use the exact same wood we used. It's horrible, cheap, but really horrible. Second, don't use screws like that. They're not made to hold this kind of stress. Always use them like this.
Step 1. Take measurements. Measure yourself in a comfortable position you'd like to drive in. Everybody is different, so find your own measurements for most comfort and don't forget to write them down in your schematics. Otherwise you'll forget them. Ask me how we know. Additionally, be generous and don't go too tight. Step 2. Main base. Cut the wood to all the lengths you need. Use the proper tools the proper way. Don't be like us. We would always start with the main 2 horizontals because they're the base everything is connected to. But don't lay them flat on the ground like we did. That's stupid. If you have this thin wood, put them vertically, then they won't bend and you will have less overall flex. For the connecting pieces you need to have enough width for the pedals and also your shoes. Don't go too tight because you don't want to put on thin sport shoes like I have to. Remember to screw them in vertical like this.
Step 3. Seating. Now we made a wooden based bracket for the chair. As a chair we used this cheap DX Racer shitter because it only costs 20 euro. This is due to the leather starting to peel off, which can easily be fixed with one of those car seat covers or a simple blanket. For your own sim, you probably have to make your own bracket and can't copy ours. But the concept will be the same. Find the threaded screws that hold the base to the chair, undo them, and then use the holes as mounting points. Then just put a wooden square on it, like this. To be able to adjust the chair forwards and backwards, we came up with the 4-hole system that have the same distance to each other, thus being pinholes and holding the chair move forwards or backwards. Attach the 4-hole pieces not like this, like we already said, screws are not made for this kind of stretch. Attach them from here.
Cutting Daniel here. I just figured out something with the chair moving ability forwards and backwards. That we were stupid. Because, I mean, like you know, the this one part attached to the chair can move forwards and backwards, but it reaches this point really at the first hole, so it will just fall down. So please, when you try to build this, please also add woods from there to there. Yeah, now back to the video.
Step 4. Main base seating prep. To attach the chair to the rig, we made 2 wooden frames that hold the chair at the height we want it to be. This is also the part where we learned about the screw not being made for this. First, because Reddit pointed it out. Thanks a lot. And second, because it may broke on me. Please, when you do it, make the frames like this. The top and bottom are the long ones and the verticals are in between holding the weight.
Step 5. The wedding. To engage the chair with the boxes we also need to put our whole plates on them.
Step 6. The 45s. Now, try again the seating position because the wheel is going to be mounted now. We used a mix of 1 vertical bar and 2 45-ish bars to hold it in place because my wood is thin and brittle. Quinton, on the other hand, only has 45ers because his wood is compensating for something. His bad cable management. Either way, this part can vary based on your measurements. Just make sure it is stable at the end, not like mine. If it happens that your sim is also wobbly, you can always add more wood. Like another vertical, which makes moving in and out harder, but who cares? Or maybe an X on the top of the 45ers By the way, we also added some stops for the pedals to keep them from moving forward. And don't forget to connect the diagonals with a small piece of wood in between, so you have a nice table to put your steering wheel on. Step 7. Extras. Add more stuff like a holder for your shifter or handbrake or phone. Make this sim yours. Attach everything you need or want. By the way, video on handbrake and shifter are coming. Maybe. One guy on Reddit also suggested to maybe change the angle of the pedals, which can easily be done with a small wooden box. So why don't you give it a try? Cable managing can also make it look way nicer, but be smart and hide the cables underneath everything. Don't display them like this goof over here.
Step 8. Grinding and coating, if you haven't done it before. Give your product a nice finish. Don't leave it rough and unprotected. Step 9. Do as we say, not as we do. Don't be us. Please pre-drill, countersink, glue everything and also use decent wood. Please, for God's sake, please!
Well, that's about it. Now you either have the nicest sim in the world, or something like this abomination. See you next time when we finally stop procrastinating for a bit again. You can also watch the hour-long video if you're really into that bullshit.
Papa Buddha.